Hi friends, I'm Kelly, and I am sharing with you a book that is special to me that I hope you will enjoy too. We have a special holiday. It's Valentine's Day, and this is a great book to share on this lovely day. I hope you have a lovely day. This is Adeline by Bobby Strickland, illustrated by Catherine Radke. In the kingdom of Zealand, where the lilacs grow wild, lived Adeline Addison, a beautiful child. Her little house stood between two silver streams that flowed through the valley of Valentine dreams. Now, all the creatures of Zealand loved Valentine's Day, but Adeline loved it in every way. So on Valentine's morning, she took extra care to find her most beautiful outfit to wear. With great care, she put on her little pink shirt with her little pink hat and her little pink skirt, then patiently sat in her little pink chair while she twisted a curl with her strawberry hair. She looked at the clock. It was 9:15, as she wondered who'd bring her her first Valentine. Ring-a-ling! Went the doorbell. Now, who could that be? She remarked to herself as she went to go see. Why, it's Hector P. Swine, the pig from next door. You've never dropped in for a visit before. Dearest Adeline, Hector announced with a grin, I have something for you. So she let the pig in. Hector gave her an envelope, lacy and pink, with her name printed neatly in India ink. Little Adeline's fingers excitedly shook as she opened the greeting card, taking a look. The message was small, but its meaning was big and remarkably neat. To be penned by a pig. Dearest Adeline, you're the one I will always adore, but there is another who loves you much more. Fondly, H.P.S. Why, thank you, said Adeline, as she kissed Hector's snout. But who's the admirer you're talking about? Oh, I'm sorry, said Hector. I really can't say. But this much I'll tell you. You'll find out today. Well, yet I must leave you and check on Aunt Sue, and she got caught in the rain and came down with a swine flu. So she left our sweet Adeline scratching her head as she thought about all that the porker had said. A little while later, just like before, another kind visitor came to her door. My goodness, cried Adeline, greeting her guest. It's Elmer P. Toad in a coat, tie, and vest. My sweet Adeline, Elmer declared with a ribbit, my feelings for you are too strong to inhibit. So I brought you this card, see? I made it myself from an old lily pad that I had on my shelf. Little Adeline's face was so happy it glowed as she opened the valentine made by the toad. You are the one I always adore, but there is another who loves you much more. Why, thank you, said Adeline. You are so nice, though it's odd that I've gotten the same message twice. Oh, don't despair, replied Elmer, for soon you will know who has sent you this message. But now I must go. Elmer, wait, pleaded Adeline. Give me a hint, for she wanted to know what the valentines meant. Very well, said the toad, feeling put on the spot. I can't say who it is, but I'll say who it's not. It isn't the owl from on high on her perch. It isn't the preacher from Uncle Ed's church. It isn't your mom who buys you the shoes or the little red fox who likes to play the blues. It isn't the cow from your grandmother's farm. It's none of these people, so don't twist my arm. Then Elmer left Adeline wondering when she'd hear from her sweetest admirer again. Well, all afternoon, up to Adeline's door came admirers and callers and suitors galore. There were rabbits and llamas and monkeys and cats and limousine drivers and shiny black cats. Thousands of wishes from thousands of creatures. And she even got one from her Sunday school teachers. The line of admirers stretched all the way down to the governor's house in the center of town. As strange as it seems, when each visitor came, the Valentine message was always the same. You're the one I will always adore, but there is another who loves you much more. Wonder who that could be. And when the very last friend had dropped in to inspire her, Adeline still hadn't heard from her secret admirer. Well, she looked over the cards that she had collected. There were thousands more Valentines than she ever expected. They were piled on the chairs. They were piled on the floor. They were piled in the rubber tree planted by the door. They were piled in the bathtub and piled on the bed. They were piled even higher than a dinosaur's head. So Adeline cleared off her little pink chair. She sat down, exhausted, and whispered a prayer. I thank you, dear God, for this beautiful day, for the thousands of Valentines you have sent my way. But tell me, dear God, I'm asking you, please, who could possibly care for me more than all of these? My dear child, whispered God in a voice small and still, you have asked me to tell you, and tell you I will. These Valentine wishes have helped you to see that the one who loves Adeline greatest is me. I gave you your family. I gave you good friends. I gave you your hair that curls up on the ends. I gave you the flowers. I gave you the trees. I gave you milk chocolate. I gave you Swiss cheese. All the things in this world I have given with pleasure to show you, my child, that it's you that I treasure. Then a thought flooded Adeline's heart to the brim. If God loves me this much, then I'll live for him. And the love I've discovered is much too profound to keep it all to myself. I must tell the town. So Adeline bundled up all of her cards and carried them quickly out into the yard. In and out and in she went hundreds of times, and she made a huge pile of her Valentine rhymes. Higher and higher the stack of her lovely cards grew, past the rooftops and treetops and mountaintops too. Soon Adeline's towering mound could be seen from the east to the west and all the places between. Then high to the top of this mountain she flew to post a big sign that read, God loves you too! Then Valentine Mountain, as it came to be known, with a message of love from God's heavenly throne to a kingdom of creatures who might not have heard, had it not be for Adeline's mound of kind words. Then Adeline Addison tucked herself in and pulled her pink blanket way up to her chin and thought to herself as she drifted away, God's love makes every day Valentine's Day. God loves you so much, so much. God made you very, very special. He planned every wonderful thing about you. Did you know that? He knows every single hair that's on your head. God's got plans for you. God's got many plans for you. He loves you, and so do I. God bless, and happy Valentine's Day.